I know things you never see. You never see someone taking a shit while running at full speed.
Come on, kid, get rid of some of them turds in the shit box.
Welcome to the Bathroom Break Podcast with me, Rab himself. All right, hello and welcome back to the Bathroom Break Podcast. I'm your host, Rab himself, and I'm sitting here with my buddy, drummer Mike.
Yes.
Yeah. Wanted to welcome you on the show because I respect the shit out of you as far as being a musician. As far as being a human, I don't.
Damn.
But no, man, it's just awesome to see you do what you do on the drums there. You're the type of dude, like, this dude right now has a shirt on, which is probably the first time I've seen him with a shirt on, because normally you go to one of his shows, his shirt off, he's fucking tearing the drums apart and sweating his ass off and just fucking giving that shit his all. And it's rad to watch you play, like when you play. You know, sometimes you go out and you watch some like jazz drummer do like, and you're like, and then you see Mike just fucking rip the goddamn skins off the drums. So it's just awesome to watch somebody that has that kind of passion for it and just go for it. And so I thought, man, bring this boy on the podcast.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's gonna be hard to follow that, you know.
Yeah, that's it. Let's wrap it up.
All right, we're done. Fuck it, I'm cool as shit. Badass as fuck on the drums.
I kind of already knew that, but yeah.
Walk around class at 9. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So dick is huge. But no, I mean, but it's cool because. You know, we talk about it a lot. We talk about music and you know, the state of music at this point, as far as rock music, and I mean, I think there's some outlets, there's some bands out there, you know, that you can see. I try to go see a bunch of shows and see what's going on, but it's always nice and refreshing to find a musician that's passionate about it and just out there doing it.
I appreciate that. Yeah, for me. Right now, the state of music is just dead as far as the eye can see. I mean, if you look at the radio, remember the radio growing up? You go hitting the tape. There was at least 15 to 20 songs.
You're over there like trying to record, like, oh my God, this song's coming on. I hope it comes on again. I'm gonna hit play and record at the same time, and I'm gonna get it on this mixtape.
Oh yeah. Making fucking hours of mixtapes because there was that much good shit on the radio.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we were spoiled coming up in the early 90s with all the fucking different music that was coming out, but today everything is just oversaturated, overproduced, no originality. Yeah,
you know what's funny, like that brings up a good idea for me because, like, you know, I grew up with all the CKY guys, and I would be kind of there throughout the process of them making albums, and I'd either in the studio watching them do it, watching them practice, or you're hearing rough cuts, and dude, I'm the dude that always liked the rough cut.
Yeah.
Like the rough cut of the song is like, damn, that's raw as shit. I like that. I like the way that sounds. And then it comes back and it's a little more like, you know, mastered or remixed or whatever, and you're like, damn, I like the raw one that I heard. You know, and that's I don't know, I mean, you think of like the Stooges and bands like that were super raw, that it's like something kind of gets lost in how polished things get.
Well, it reminds me of like, it's polished, like, for instance, CKY was like the Stooges compared to like the YouTubers now.
Oh yeah.
They're like fucking Blink-182. Just
damn, you ain't
fucking wild bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you guys were just fucking raw kids doing raw shit. And the fucking band was killer. And now you got YouTubers just copying all the shit you guys fucking did. And it's lame. And that's what fucking happens when you water down shit and you don't let it come naturally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. These are all thoughts of Mike, only expressed by Mike.
All my thoughts.
No. I love those YouTube guys. But yeah, I mean, I think you know, as it goes, it's tough because you know, CKY is a band that was, you know, kind of, I don't know if it was inspirational or whatever to the people that are making music now, but you know, you look up to the bands that came before you, and CKY for us, I think, was in that late '90s, early 2000s, and
They still sounded fresh.
yeah, and it is. It's really really cool to listen to that. But they did have a rawness about them
Yes,
that
they
was
did.
that's rad, and they're obviously they're still out touring and doing stuff now, and they've had many different inclinations of the band, but it's still rad to go out and hear some of those songs that we came up with, and we grew up with, and yeah, so no, it's cool to see though what you're doing, and like you got a bunch of projects. You've got like a new album that you're working on right now, and like tell me a little bit about that.
Man, I was in a band prior to this called Murph for
Yeah.
about 7 years, and we were doing big things. We were winning Battle of the Bands in the Philadelphia area. We were playing 104.5. We were on the radio, and we hadn't even dropped an album yet.
Yeah,
It was just like word from mouth, and we'd go to play venues, play gigs, and that's what had people wanting more.
yeah,
It was because of the live show.
yeah.
Because we were balls to the wall, and like you said, my shirt was off. That's sexy as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, who could deny
Who
that?
could deny that?
You should
know
just
what I mean?
take your shirt off
pasty
right now,
fucking
basically.
voice. Nah. Oh no. And so I was with that band first, and our original singer, his name was Mark. And Mark, I love you, bro. I'm about to say nice things about you, I promise.
Yeah,
Mark's stage presence was fucking not there.
yeah.
He was nervous. Every time we'd go on stage, it was just nerves.
Yeah.
So we got a new guy to come in, and Mark was gone. And I always had a bad taste in my mouth after that because he was a close friend of mine. Imagine
Yeah.
kicking one of your boys out of your crew.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you're doing CKY and shit like that.
Yeah.
It was like that. So then we'll fast forward about 8 years later. I get these fucking emails, and it's these rough cuts just of him and an acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
And he thought that we could make something out of it.
Let me see real quick. Let me just.
But it cut me off, dude.
No, just do it. I was nervous because I got fucking nervous because of Kirk shit. But just say that again real quick.
Yeah, so pretty much I got these rough cuts of his in the fucking email. It was him on guitar and just singing. It was as rough as it can get. Bare bones.
So just out of nowhere, he just
Out of
kind of
left field.
yeah, just.
Left field.
All right, and you guys hadn't talked in a little while, or?
We stayed buddies but we weren't talking that much. Nothing about music. He never
Yeah.
really wanted to hear about it.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, I think if you're kind of asked to leave the band and then replaced by somebody, it's kind of like, yeah, fuck you. yeah, yeah.
Fucking man, dude.
Yeah. So out of nowhere, you get these emails with a bunch of rough songs.
I heard the whole thing, like meaning out of his guitar and his fucking vocals and his lyrics, I heard the complete song. I heard it all, and I gave him a call instantly and was like, "Let's make an album that fucking Brian Wilson would be proud of."
Damn, talking about the Beach Boys.
Yeah, talking about the Beach Boys.
yeah.
Yeah, something with that actually takes guts to do.
Yeah, so he's a guy that is a big influence to you.
So yeah, when it comes to production and songwriting and arrangements, fucking background vocals,
yeah,
Brian Wilson and the Beatles,
yeah,
the biggest influence of mine when it comes to when I'm going to produce an album,
yeah,
and that's where I got it from for that.
yeah. So then that led to you guys saying, all right, let's try and do something together.
Yep.
And you hadn't played together in 8 years.
Well, he still was real gun shy about doing anything.
Yeah.
And when I told him I wanted to do an album with him for that project, and I had ideas, he was really taken back.
Yeah.
Because he was pretty low he had like a real low self-esteem at that point.
Yeah. And so he wasn't really playing with anybody at that point?
No.
Damn.
Just him. and
Damn,
his
y'all
track.
killed him.
We killed his ass.
Yeah, damn.
He's dead.
So what was it when he was in the band? You said that it was just kind of tough, like for live performance stuff. He started
Live
to get
performance, his voice would get shaky.
Okay.
He would start cracking like he was hitting puberty,
yeah.
and it just was not
And
good.
was that a level of like having not had enough time up on stage, or is that just that just kind of never went
Turned
away?
out to be my fault. I was pushing him to be something that he wasn't.
Yeah, okay.
He was always meant to be doing something like what he's doing with the Show Ponies.
Yeah.
And I was trying to make him into a rock singer, and he's not that.
Yeah. Okay, so the new band is called the Show Ponies. You've got an album in the works, and like I've heard it, and I love it, and it's been inspirational for me because I've been listening to it while I'm writing, and so I don't know. It's a hard thing to describe what the sound of it is. When you have it ready to go, we'll put something up on our YouTube channel on Rap Himself Videos, so you can hear the Show Ponies. But I think, you know, what's cool about them is that you want to be able to say it sounds like this, it sounds like that, but it sounds like a lot of different things. It sounds like the Show Ponies, really, and if you want to compare, you go, oh, parts of this sound like Radiohead. Part of this song sounded like Stone Temple Pilots or something like Stone Temple Pilots.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, my buddy Mike is down here in Delco just knocking out. He's a cover band of Stone Temple Pilots. Yeah, hopefully he's not doing as much heroin and stuff, but he loves the band. So no, yeah, like what was cool is that there is a part of this one song that sounds like the Stone Temple Pilots, and it was like, damn, there's that. But then the other part of the song like drifts into Radiohead and then it's like this whole other thing. So it takes you on a ride of all different genres and different styles of music. And I think that's really neat because, you know, there's my dad word for the day, neat. But damn, that was neat.
Use that again.
Yeah. So, but it's cool to listen to it, and it's inspiring because when I hear it, then all of a sudden it kind of takes you into another little place, and each person will hear it differently. But for me, it kind of coincided with things that I'm working on, and I'm like, damn, I'm going into this little like world while I'm listening to this music, and it's funny because like you'll send it over to me and you'll be in the typical musician explanation of like, dude, it's really rough cut, it's like this, make sure you listen to it with like headphones on blare, like don't listen to it on a radio, like put it on headphones, make sure you have it like this, and then I'm like, dude, Mike, chill, like I'll just listen to it. I've heard raw music my whole life, like I could get where it's going, I know what that is, like, but it's funny because it's same thing, man. I'll hear this raw version of the song, and I'm like, that's it. Cut, print, put it out. Yeah, and then you're like, well, you know, we got other things. I'm like, oh, okay. And it does end up sounding better as the time goes, but for me, I guess maybe I'm different, but I like that raw, like, damn, they just fucking pushed record and then did that shit right now, and it sounds awesome. And so yeah, so I'm looking forward to the album being out. When do you think? Like, do you have like an end goal for when that'll be out, or
What did I tell you last time?
I don't know. It comes and goes, so I just try to be patient.
You should have had it last March, but
Yeah.
I mean, we'll probably have it by September.
Okay.
We'll say September.
So in the fall sometime.
Show Ponies, petting zoo.
Yeah.
Honest to God, I'm gonna sound like the biggest pretentious piece of shit in the world right now.
Oh yeah.
But there will not be a better album on this fucking planet Earth.
Yeah, well,
and
no,
I
hey.
mean that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, you gotta have that. You gotta have that belief in that. You know what I mean? I feel like, why are you doing it if you don't feel that way about your music?
Yeah, I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, no, that's rad. And so that's cool because this is like a project that just kind of came out of nowhere. You get a couple emails, and then all of a sudden you're like, damn, I'm deep into this thing. And so your other band kind of split. You guys aren't really playing.
Just all real talented dudes. They all went their separate ways. It's like a marriage, man.
Yeah.
You know that.
Oh, dude, yeah, I know that. It is. It's crazy because you don't realize you're getting married to your friends, and then all of a sudden you're like, damn, I kind of can't stand the way he picks his nose. You know?
The guitarist from the old band's still doing a lot of things. I wish I could give him some plugs for his new bands, but I don't know the names of them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Johnny D was a fucking killer.
Yeah, nice.
So it was fun playing with him too.
Yeah, that's rad. And then you got any other things going on as far as music other than Show Ponies? I think you were talking about like a dream project that you wanted to do, which sounded really cool to me. Like that. I mean, that's kind of an amazing like sentimental thing that like. Would be cool. So what was that?
Well, my grandfather, he World War II vet, and he wrote a lot of blues music after that to kind of deal with he was Battle of the Bulge, dude. So he saw the real deal shit. Yeah. And to kind of deal with the shit, he played music. And after he passed away, my grandma brought me these tapes, and it was just him playing guitar and singing.
Damn.
So, with these new technologies that we have nowadays, I'm gonna bring his voice to life, and I'm gonna do the music for it. And I just want to do a record with my granddad.
Damn, that's rad. Yeah. That's cool. So, and you like, what are these tapes on? Like, he did it on like old like cassettes or like
Cassettes.
or like okay, yeah.
Oh, cassettes, yeah.
Okay. Damn. So that got like transferred at that time to the cassettes, and then like, so how's the quality of it? Like, do you have to mess with that or?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to mess with the quality.
Like, so how do you do that?
Well, that's what Nick's for.
Okay.
I wish I could.
And Nick is your producer.
He's the engineer.
Yeah, engineer. Okay.
And he's amazing at what he does.
You're the producer. He's the engineer.
Yeah, I'm the producer. He's the engineer.
Okay.
He knows all the fancy shit.
He got that fancy shit.
He got the fancy shit. I just know what I want it to sound like.
Yeah, okay, and then you can communicate that to him, and then he can kind of dig this thing out, and then like,
it's really
and make
neat.
it sound nice. Yeah. No, it's cool. He helped us out with one of our short films and just kind of helped, like, because we had some issues with the audio, and he kind of helped dig out the sound and then kind of clear some of the hissing and the echo that's happening on that, and that was cool. And yeah, he's definitely real good at what he does. So that'll be exciting to hear what you do with that. I'd almost love to hear it raw sounding, your grandfather's music, and then see what you do with it to kind of see what that process is.
Absolutely.
That shit just fascinates me, you know. So that's rad. And what else you got going on, boy?
And on the music front,
Yeah.
well, just a lot of practice and a lot of bullshit, really.
Okay.
Because once you get to this age, it's either I want to work in the studio on an original project, or I'm going to go play in a bar with a cover band.
Yeah. And so have you been doing that, or like?
No, I couldn't do anything I wasn't passionate about.
Dude, I remember going to one of your shows. So this dude, like, drummer Mike here, is just fucking killer on the drums, and he goes, "Yo, come up! I'm playing a show with this band tonight," and I'm like, "What band?" He's like, "I don't know. I just started tonight." And I'm like, "Did you practice? Like, what do you mean?" Like, and you're like, "No, I don't know. They're just gonna tell me what songs I'm playing when I get there." I'm like, "What the fuck?" You know, like, how the hell is he gonna do that? You know, we get there and they're playing like fucking Hendrix songs and like Zeppelin songs, like fucking Bonham shit, and you're just up there like killing it. And I'm like, how the fuck does he know like how to do that? You know, but it's it's cool to watch because it's like, I mean, I don't think it's luck, dude. It's fucking putting all those hours in to like know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, because you're gonna have these kids going, "Oh, I guess I'll just get lucky." It's like, nah, this dude does the 10,000 hours. He sits there behind a drum constantly. I kept saying, "Yo, I'm gonna just put you behind the drums and then film you while we're on this podcast," because that's like how I know you. Is just like you're just sitting at the drums, fucking with the drums constantly, and so that's really how you get there, is putting in that hard work.
Yeah.
And
like for like the bands with the Foo Fighters and all those bands, they're fucking terrific.
Yeah.
And some of the bands I even hate.
Yeah.
Like there's a new band out called Greta Van Fleet, right?
Yeah.
It's Led Zeppelin 2.0.
Right.
But they're good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's there's so many bands out there that are good. They're good musicians. It's just your music sucks, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's just how it is. It's just oversaturated bullshit.
Yeah, so
Rob doesn't feel the same way as me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, but you gotta have that angst, I think, about you when you're a musician, because you're like, yo, I'm fucking competing or hunting after something, and it's not necessarily competing with other bands, but more so yourself.
Realistic too. I understand the shit that we're doing with the show ponies. I mean, either they're gonna love it or they're gonna hate it.
Right. I mean,
there's gonna be zero middle ground. They're gonna either think it's shit.
Yeah.
Or it's fucking awesome.
Well, and I think that has a lot to do with just being creative in general. Like, you know, I always, you know, not to hate, but I'd always be like, Shania Twain has an audience. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
But there's a huge fucking audience. That chick is probably one of the most successful, you know, musicians numbers-wise, you know, but I'm like, I don't get it.
Nah.
But a lot of people do, and so then it'll be like, me doing CKY and Jackass shit, people are like, that's the stupidest shit in the world. Other people are like, it's hilarious. You know, like, for me, it was hilarious. Every time I'm watching friends like, you know, Bam or Ryan or all these guys doing dumb shit, I'm like, that's fucking funny. And that was funny as shit to me. And then if I was doing something, I was just trying to get them to laugh at it. And so that was what you were doing it for, is kind of like each other. and just having a fun time with your friends. And I feel like as a musician, the same thing is like, dude, you like this type of music, I like this type of music, maybe we can kind of, you know, blend that together to make our own sound. And then, you know, that's a fun, cool thing that people were psyched on, and other people were like, I hate that music. That music sucks, or that stupid Kick You in the Nuts show is dumb, and then it's like, I like, you know, CSI or whatever. So like everybody's got different, you know, takes on
tastes
on what it is, but same thing with me, you know, like I was talking to you, and I talk about it a little bit. It's like trying to do new things and do different things. It's like, yeah, rap, just shit on stuff. And it's like, you know, I love that. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, dude, that's all you do.
But yeah, but
all rap does, for those of you who don't know, is just shit on things.
Yeah. That's all it
Shit.
is. Yeah, the boy
And he runs around with fucking jock straps on.
Yeah, and that's it. That's all I got. One trick pony.
One trick
as
pony,
as
my
Don
man.
Vito used to say. Oh, Don Vito. It's like, yo, run one trick pony, yo. And then he's like, yeah, dude. I mean, that stuff is hilarious to me, and I enjoy doing it. And I always say, like, I can never predict whether I'll shit on something tomorrow, but right now I'm psyched on doing the camera thing, and then I'm also psyched on writing and working on trying to make
for you.
features.
I've heard some of this man's scripts that he's got in the works.
Yeah.
Fucking phenomenal.
I appreciate it.
So let me flip the script on you for a second.
Yeah.
This dude right here, we've known each other for years at this point, but in the first year of us hanging out, there was a bad fucking snowstorm. We're out there trying to fucking... I thought he was a good guy. I
thought you were a good dude.
I thought he was a good dude. And so...
And then
were
you
ready
saw
to go.
my disdain for the winter.
So he got stuck in the winter. It was snowing out, and long story short, we thought he was stuck in Delaware. He was actually stuck behind the house in Westchester.
No, I called y'all up. I was like, man, yo, can you come get me? I'm stuck in some, you know, I'm stuck in a bunch of snow. Blah, blah.
Just thought it was
You
up
and
by
Kirk
Delaware.
come running out. Kirk is Colt Darling.
Yeah.
And you guys come running out like, oh, we're going to go out. We're going to leave. And I think, luckily, the car you were getting into was in the back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm right at the end of the alley just stuck in some snowbank and pissed the fuck off.
Pissed the fuck off. So then we go over there to help him shovel out. We're shoveling out. Out walks this kid, can't be over the age of fucking 8. Can't be over the fucking age of 8. This motherfucker shoos an 8-year-old away. He's gonna help us. This motherfucker looks at me and goes, get the fuck out of here. I was like, yo, dude, what the fuck did you do that for? He said, the kid wanted nothing but fucking money.
Yeah. Well, because I had learned that because when I was living in Delaware.
Fucking savage.
Yeah. I ain't dealing with that shit. No, he's a fucking shyster, and I knew it, man. Like they'll come out. Like that's what happened in Delaware. So I'm out there and I shovel my whole driveway. I get everything all cleared out. Some kid comes out, starts doing the sidewalk. I'm like, I wasn't gonna do the sidewalk. Like I'm just doing the driveway, but thank you. And then he shoveled up to the door, and then comes over and he's like, $20.
Daniel.
I'm like, get the fuck out of here. $20? I'm doing it, dude. Like, I'm doing it. I'm out here doing it. You came here and just and
I fucking saw
joined me.
I saw a fucking angel tear come out of that kid's fucking face.
An angel tear.
Yeah. I saw that
Yeah.
glimmering in the fucking light.
He's actually just some fucking
angel.
lovely kid.
Just a lovely little kid.
Yeah, dude.
Just a neat boy.
Yeah,
Like that word?
yeah. Boy, it was neat. But yeah, I was onto that shit. I knew what he was trying to do.
Yeah, you knew his fucking
But
deal.
yeah, that's just scam. I mean, I can't blame a hustler though. You know, he's out there
You
doing
can't
his
knock
thing.
the hustle.
But but yeah, no. So that Mike got to see that day how I hated winter, and I remember there was another time. Or no, that was it. I took the car from there and like parked it in the parking lot
Yup.
up the street, and then the next day you were like, yo, can I get a ride home? I was pissed. I was like, I gotta fucking go drive in the stupid snow again, and we're walking out in the snow.
Another fucking 2 blocks
Yeah,
away.
I know, and Mike is like this Russian dude, so like, he's like, oh, I love cold weather. Let me get out in the cold. I don't even wear clothes. I just go out shirtless like I do behind the drum kit, and I just go out there and just roll around and make snow angels and shit. And I'm like, dude, I hate the fucking winter.
Hate it.
So I'm out there all just growling on my way like, motherfucker. Like, you know, I I finally get you home, and like it was funny because you got to witness how much I don't like it, and that's why I moved to the West Coast. I always disguise that with, hey man, I work in the film business, and that's where it is. But the reality is,
how many actors do you know out there?
actors or waiters?
Waiters.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's a rough go of it. You know, like I had some friends that'll call up and be like, hey man, my son or a friend of the family, they want to be an actor or stuff like that, and I'm like, just tell them that they don't want to be that.
Yeah,
you know, because like I don't think they realize like that's the hardest job in the fucking world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, sure, it's hard to be a scientist, it's hard to be a doctor, it's hard to be a lawyer, but you could study and get that, and you'll probably get a job as a doctor. But as an actor, it's like, I got this one. 10 years later, I got one more, you know, and then like, but in between, I was out in an alleyway sucking dick for dinner, you know, and it's like, damn, dude, like it's a hard
They get like that.
path.
Do you ever think that when they
Yeah.
like ask you, like, or when you're talking about it, and they're like, they went from being an actor to like sucking dick in an alley?
Well, I think drugs will take you that way, which is funny because so you and I, that's how we get to know each other. Well, there's a good segue right there about
great segue,
about you know, sucking dick and doing
Sucking
drugs.
dick. I never fucking sucked dick for drugs. I
Yeah.
don't know why we segued to me.
Yeah,
with
we
that.
went right into drummer Mike.
Right to drummer Mike.
Just twirling that dick like a drumstick.
Just fucking bringing it in. Yeah.
But no, I think it's crazy because we met because we both got sober, and I mean you're sober longer than I am, but we met through Colt Darling,
Yeah, Colt Darling.
and it was, you know, through sobriety and stuff like that, and it's crazy. Like I just think about like how we would, you know, we'd go to meetings together and we'd do that shit, and then you're sitting there and you watch those dudes like, watch this share,
Oh,
baby.
to watch those shares, dude.
Yeah, like some guy will just get out there and be like, so I'm out there, right? I mean, I'm fucking tons of chicks. I'm drunk as a skunk.
Dude.
I got all the drugs. I
Fucking
mean, I'm the
Depot
man.
scholarships, dude.
Yeah. You're like, if you're the man, then what the fuck are you doing sitting in this room? We're all a bunch of fuck ups, dude. Shut the fuck up.
I'll tell you the funniest
Yep.
thing. I don't know how the fuck I ended up here in this basement
Mm-hmm.
with this fucking 1989 kitchen table.
Uh-huh.
These turquoise fucking chairs with Matt Damon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Matt Damon.
People
But,
did know. When I first met him and we were friends, we were hanging out and kicking it, there'd be people in the A that all of a sudden want to be my friends.
they're coming near. Yeah, they're coming around.
I'm like, man, I already know your shit, dickhead.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't fucking like me. I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
You see me chill with Christian.
Yeah. I'm over there hanging out with Christian.
Now you're trying to fucking be cool. think my man's fucking famous and shit.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
No, I know it's funny, man. Like especially like when you're getting sober, it's tough because like.
Vultures.
Yeah, like well, and like having done the TV stuff, like, you know, it got dark for me, and then I'm trying to get sober and trying to save my life, and then people go, "Yeah, Rab, did you really marry that Russian mail order bride?" And I'm like, I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to actually like pay attention to the meeting right now because I'm like dying inside. You know what I mean? And like that, I mean, that was rough, and I'm not trying to say, oh, woe is me, poor me, but at the time, I'm like, I had a moment where I was like, I kind of lost it on a kid. I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm not here for that bullshit. I'm trying to save my life right now. And then like he goes into like the next meeting, he's like, those jackass guys are real assholes. And like I'm like, wait, hold on, I'm the asshole? I'm trying to listen to this dude give his speech about being sober and how his life is good. And I'm like, and you're talking to me in my ear about like some TV show, like, come on, dude. Like,
waited.
Yeah. Like,
Waited. He had to get it out.
yeah, like, come on, I'll talk to you after the meeting or whatever, but now I'm the asshole. But no, it was funny. So yeah, we met in those, in the rooms, and then just kind of started hanging out, and then I started going to some of your shows and seeing the band playing, and then we just started chilling, and you've got this incredible record collection that I would want to like. I would be like, damn, I would get so jealous. I'll go over there, just see like this dude's got walls and walls of records, like, and it's all organized perfectly.
Yeah, it can't be.
Yeah,
It can't be.
he's got brushes for him and
Yeah,
shit.
man,
Like
you gotta clean
it's
them
for
shits.
real. I mean, the original hipster sitting across
No,
from
no,
me.
no, no, no.
Yeah.
Whoa. Let's not fucking
long,
throw that word
long
around.
before it was a hipster, he
wasn't-
had that shit.
We're
But
fucking 80s kids. Our parents gave
yeah.
them the records.
yeah.
The records were just
I know.
hand-me-downs.
Well, it's awesome actually because my father-in-law is from Bombay, India, and dude, he had a rad record collection. So he just dumped off a bunch on me.
That's sick.
And like, I mean, all stuff from the '60s and '70s, like, you know, probably the best era of music, and then a bunch of Indian stuff too. And I'm like, damn, if you could take some of the Indian record and put that into a beat and put something,
yeah.
there's some cool stuff that's happening with that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, like that's a good thing, man. You get the hand-me-down records, and then and so I'm starting to build my collection,
That's
but
what
I am
got me
far
into music,
behind
man.
you. yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
got me in was those fucking records, man.
Yeah,
Being
yeah.
Up there at fucking 7 years old.
Yeah,
Seriously.
yeah, and
Nothing to do.
yeah, and parents got them playing in the house, and then that's what's got you banging on things, and then
It's
little
like cliche shit. My mom said I used to put fucking bowls and shit
yeah,
on the table.
little drummer Mike was born.
That's right.
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
that's rad.
Oh, yeah.
So I was trying to think, you know, what else you got going on, but I'm gonna take this moment right now to read a shit your pants story.
Yeah, please.
We've
do.
been
Let's
we've
hear
been
this.
going out on Instagram at Bathroom Break Podcast, and if you DM us, tell us one of your shit your pants stories because they can be pretty hilarious and
Everybody likes it.
yeah, and I mean, who hasn't shit their pants? I was on Twitter and I put everyone shit their pants, and some guy writes, "Everyone, Rab, we're not like you." I'm like, honesty, dude. Just be honest. Come on, we all shit our pants
You
before.
did shit your pants.
Yeah. He's like, you're lying, dude. And so yeah, let's take a moment to read a little shit your pants story from Travis. Hi, my name's Travis. I will never forget. Nearly 10 years ago, it's like that's my radio voice.
It's good.
Yeah. So when nearly 10 years ago, when I got my swine flu vaccine, remember that the swine flu?
Yeah, that was a thing. I remember that.
That's hilarious, dude. Like, what is that? So unaware at the time that a vaccine basically means you're getting the disease injected into you. The next morning, I wake up with my muscles all heavy as sandbags and my anus about shoots a beam that could blow out Alderdy or Alderaan or what? I don't know. This kid's too smart for me.
I don't. He's giving out references that
Yeah.
we don't know. I think
So-
it's like Star Wars or something.
Yeah, he's on something, but he's talking about beams of shit blowing out of his anus, and I get up to go to the bathroom, and in my mind I'm running, but in reality I'm walking like a zombie. I walk by my mom's who's eating Activia yogurt. There's a little plug for Activia yogurt,
Nice.
and lets out this little fart, which then all of a sudden turned his undies into a bag of brownie batter. So
Brownie
yeah,
What do
I
you
know
feel
he's.
about that reference. Do you like it?
No, I think he's trying to be funny, but
I do too.
but
I got lost.
but yeah, we got lost. But so Mom, I'm not going to school today. I just pooped my pants. So for the next hour, I'm launching quicksand in the toilet. Meanwhile, my mom still has to do her makeup and hair in the bathroom, so she's gaping and gasping. So kid shits his pants. He's sitting there shitting. The mom's sitting in the bathroom with him while he's shitting. He's home from school for shitting his pants. God, I wish I could have gotten out of school for shitting my pants. I mean, I was making up all types of nonsense just to be able to stay home and watch that movie Rad. Remember that movie Rad?
What a fucking
Dude,
reference.
oh
that is.
yeah, that was like the greatest movie ever. Because I literally.
It's like DMXing for Karate Kid.
Yeah, dude. Like I would literally like take time off from school because I needed to watch that for like the 56th time. Like that movie was the
Fucking
shit.
right. For me, it was
And,
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yeah, so this kid now he's gun shy to go to school because he shit his pants.
That's a long fucking story.
So he basically do not get a swine flu vaccination. Just get the swine
get the
flu.
flu.
And run with it because either way you're gonna shit your pants.
Either way, you're getting brownie batter.
So that's Travis's shit your pants story.
Thank you, Travis.
Thanks, Travis.
Thanks, Travis.
So anytime you're eating brownie batter, just think of Travis and his shitty pants.
Yeah. I could talk about shitting your pants
Do you have a shit your pants story?
Nah, man.
I mean, you've definitely shit your pants, but it's probably not.
I got a pretty fucking funny one that I'll share from my friend.
Okay.
And I'm actually gonna fucking name drop him right now.
Yeah.
So that everybody can
embarrass the hell out of him.
His name's Blaine Bishop.
Let's see if we got his phone number. Let's put it up. Yeah, I'll put his phone number on the screen when we.
We'll put it up when we do it. All right. So Blaine Bishop was getting with this girl.
Oh yeah.
But he was fucking like blackout drunk and shit. So the next morning, he said he woke up. He shit this chick's bed.
Oh.
He shit the bed.
Oh man. So wait.
So what did he do? He didn't wake her up.
Yeah, well, obviously you gotta try and sneak out of there.
No, he put the shit in her bed and blamed it on the fucking cat. He fucking blamed his human shit.
Yeah.
So number one,
That's what I'm thinking. Like, human shit
This
looks totally
motherfucker-
different than cat.
This dude, instead of just getting the fuck out of the house, went through all the trouble to put human shit on a bed and blame it on the fucking cat. Because she was gonna think that a fucking shit that came from a
Must
cat.
have been the cat. So what happened? Did she wake up or like?
Dude, he said that she believed him.
She believed him. She just wanted to be. She's like falling for him.
I believe the story, but there's holes in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I believe he shit his pants in the girl's bed.
Yeah.
But you gotta think about it, like when you sleep, do you not move around a little bit?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, dude, there was a girl at our college that did that on her 21st birthday. She shit the bed and shit everywhere, just all over her, all over the sheets. Then she tried to put the sheets in the closet. There's shit on the walls in the closet, and like everyone found out. She literally transferred schools because her life was like a living hell because she was just the
Why
shit
wouldn't it
girl.
be?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, dude, you gotta lean into that
Your
though.
life is fucked.
But
I
no,
think.
but just lean into it. You're like,
Totally.
yeah, I fucking shit the bed.
I shit myself, yeah.
Who
whatever,
doesn't?
move on.
You know, yeah, you gotta lean in. But dude, one of my camera buddies told me this funny story about a guy that needed to take a shit, like, because that reminded me when you were saying Blaine was with some girl. So he's with this girl, and he has like a loft apartment, and his bedroom's up in the loft, but the shower in the bathroom is like you could see into it. It's downstairs, and like you could see in, like the there's no like ceiling to it. It's just kind of open air. And he gets in, and he's like, "Oh man, I gotta take a shit." Like, but this girl, like I just slept with her last night. She's up there and thing. He's like, "I gotta take a shit, but I don't want it to smell." So like what am I gonna do? So he gets in, he turns the shower on. Shower's all steaming up. Didn't think about it, but gets into the shower, and he goes, "Oh, dude, I'm gonna shit into the drain in the shower." And just get it to go into the drain, and then that somehow will be less of a smell than shitting in the bathroom.
Fuck is that gonna work?
So I know. Like, what kind of a thought process is that? So he shits into the drain, into the shower, and then takes his feet, tries to squish it all into the drain because it's not going down, and the steam from the shower, like, made the shit waft up even harder, like, into the loft. She literally, like, it's almost like, you know, like grandma's baking cookies and like the animated
got a
smell.
different
Yeah, like that just goes right into her nostril.
Right, guess what?
Wakes her
Grandma's not
up.
making cookies.
Yeah, wakes her fully up. Yeah, grandma's cookies. Fuck, dude, like it's just full on shit, like steamy shit smell right in her nose to wake her up. So totally backfired.
Yeah, it's a great story. It's better than fucking that kid's.
Yeah, I was thinking about another story with me. I didn't actually shit the bed, but the day that I did the 18 X-Lax, the running shit, the George Carlin, I know things you never see. You never see a man taking a shit running full speed.
Well, you proved him wrong.
So yeah, totally proved him wrong. So I do the shit, and then I come around, like I'm like, oh, I need to get cleaned up. I go around the side of Bam's parents' house, and I'm full on bended over, asshole wide open, and I'm spraying the hose up it, and I'm clearing all the shit out. I look over, and the neighbor is standing there with his like 6-year-old daughter, holding hands with her, and they are looking directly up my asshole.
Dude.
Like straight up my
Why
asshole.
would he Like,
I know, like
why
it's
would
like,
he,
it's
turn
like get
around?
out of there,
Yeah,
like
don't look at his
like
fucking butthole.
yeah. So
Why
like
is he looking at your butthole?
yeah, I know. I mean, I couldn't tell who like
I would've called the
who it
cops
was
on that.
more. Yeah, if I was more disturbed or if he was like
He
you know.
was.
But yeah, so I I spray down the shit and I'm going into the house and I can't stop shitting, man. It's like just shit's just coming out because I ate 18 X-Lax. You're supposed to eat 2 of them, and it's just flowing out. And so I call my mom, who's a nurse. I'm like, Mom, like I just ate 18 X-Lax. She said, Christian, like why did you do that? Like you can dehydrate. Like you can die from dehydration from so much diarrhea. And I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even like think about that.
Did it stop?
No, so she's like, all right, you got to take Imodium to counteract the X-Lax.
It's like taking a line of heroin. Like,
yeah, to counteract the coke.
Yeah.
So I eat the Imodium and it stops my shit, but it's like World War III's going on in my stomach, dude. It's like just all this rumbling, and I'm like, oh my god. And then like I'd run to the toilet and I gotta shit like real bad, but then I get to the toilet and there's no shit. So you're just sitting there going, it's like, and your butthole's like burning.
Blowing out like fucking
Nothing.
area.
Well, not even that. Like it just stops and then you can't even fart.
Oh.
So then it's just like the whole time, like gas and all this crazy stuff in your
That
stomach.
shit was fucked after the.
So uncomfortable.
That's what happened after.
So that happens, and I'm feeling like so uncomfortable. But we all were like, all right, let's go out to the bar. So we go out to the bar that
Same
night.
night?
Yeah, same day. We go out to the bar that night, and and it's a mess, and I'm diarrhea shitting because now the Imodium's starting to wear off, but the X-Lax wasn't wearing off. So I'm in the bar in Westchester, and I'm going into the bathroom, and you know how those bars are. I mean, people are waiting in line to piss, like one after another, and I'm in there like the Dumb and Dumber scene, just shitting. My legs are shaking, and it's like, and you're like, oh my god, and people are like, dude, hurry up in there, like banging on the door, like, hurry up, man, I gotta piss. I'm like, yeah, I'm pissing right now too, but just out of my asshole, and so I come out and I'm all like a mess and I'm all sweaty, like, oh dude, I just went to battle in there, like, man, I need to get more Imodium or something to try to stop it. Bam comes walking over and he's like, yo, dude, that blonde haired girl's all into you. I was like, I don't care. And he's like, no, dude, she's into you. Like, she wants to go home with you. I was like, not tonight, man, not tonight. And he's like, no, why? He's like, what's going on? I'm like, dude, I'm shitting out of my ass. Like, I'm literally pissing out of my asshole right now. I don't want to take some girl home from the bar. Like, I'm not doing it. He goes, dude, she's hot. You got to do it, man. She's into it. And I was like, all right. So I take this girl home. And we get back to Bam's parents' house, and we're there, and I'm with this girl, and we're in the bed, we're going at it, whatever.
Coitus?
Yeah, coitus is happening, and coitus interruptus happened, but it wasn't the pull-out method. It was more either run to the bathroom and shit your pants. So I'm sitting there, and dude, it's like her on top is like, oh my god, and I'm like, I was gonna explode out of my asshole onto the bed right now. It's totally gonna explode, and I'm fucked. So I hurry up. I push her off. I'm like, oh, sorry, like I'm so thirsty. I need water. I'm like, you thirsty? And I'm like running out of the room, like trying to pretend like I'm going to get water. And I ran into the bathroom, like basically like tripped, getting in there and like sitting on the toilet. There's like shit on the seat because it was like a photo finish. You know what I mean? Like it was like it barely made it. And there's like shit on the seat because my butthole didn't get over the hole fast enough. Yeah. And it's just ripping. So I'm in there like just shitting so bad, and I'm like, I'm trying to clean up, and it's taking me forever, and then I'm realizing, oh my god, I told her I needed water, so I go downstairs and I get this water, and I come back like, hey, you want some water? She's like, okay, like trying to figure out what the fuck's going on with this dude. He's being weird, and we drink some water, go to bed, wake up the next morning, I come down. And Bam's sitting at the kitchen table. April's like making us all breakfast, and it's like some random bar girl, up with us, and And we get down there, and she's like, "Oh, hey," you know, Ape was kind of used to that at that life, you know, in that time in life, we were just, you know, wild asses, and comes down. This girl comes down. Bam's sitting at the table, and he's just watching the running shit video. You know, he's just fully like, dude, Rap, check this out. And it's just me, like, running and shitting full speed. And it's just, like, shit. Like, he just keeps rewinding, like, the small, like, turds, like, blasting out. And I'm like, ha. And the girl's like, wait, what the hell is that? Like, and it's like, and Bam's laughing, just like, dude, tell her, Rap. And she's like, and I was like, oh, man, we did this skit yesterday. It was funny, whatever. And she's like, yeah, it was weird. Like, he was so thirsty last night. He needed to get, like, water, like, right away. And Bam's like, dude, he wasn't thirsty. He was shitting. Like, he was just blowing the fucking toilet apart while he's trying to tell you that he needs water. So full-blown, like, just everything's out. Like, I'm basically about to shit the bed. I had to run out and do all that. So that was the day of the shit. You know, there was aftermath. There was extra volcanic eruptions that were happening that were way more than just the running shit.
Well, that's a much better fucking story. What was that guy's name? Kevin?
Oh,
let's just call him fucking
Let's
Kevin.
call him Kevin.
Kevin
Brownie
story.
Batter Kevin.
Brownie Batter Kevin.
Yeah.
If you can't beat Chris Rabb,
Yeah.
shit story, I don't want that motherfucker coming in.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Yeah. So send us your shit stories to the Bathroom Break Podcast Instagram DM. We're also on Instagram at Rab_himself. We're on Twitter at Chris Rab, and YouTube Rab himself videos. The podcast is going to be on SoundCloud. You can find it on SoundCloud, and you'll also be able to find it on the Apple Podcast and Spotify.
Nice, dude.
So
how the fuck do you even segue from an incredible story like that back to my fucking boring world of nothing?
Boring world of nothing, dude. This is drummer Mike right here. As soon as we get out of here, like, he's like, dude, when's this podcast over? I gotta go play drums.
This motherfucker wanted me to fucking come in here with a fucking tights on or something.
Yeah.
Just fucking
Just a
playing
little
drums.
bulge. Just bring
showing
your
my
bulge.
fucking bulge and playing drums like a fucking one of those fucking toys.
Yeah, just be my monkey, Mike.
Be his fucking monkey.
But man, it's been awesome chatting and funny stuff, and we'll have to have you on more. And I can't wait for the album to come out. When the album comes out, you got to come back on because I want to be able to throw that on YouTube so people can hear the show ponies. Got some good stuff in the works, and yeah, brother, thanks for coming.
Me on, man.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you.
Word.
Peace.
I play. Yeah, I do play the drums. Yes.
You play the drums?
And then my 12-inch stick too.
Mm-hmm. Gotta include that. Yeah, it's all being recorded right now.
Oh shit! I don't really have one.
I can't cut it out.
Damn.